So when I go in, I got the mindset like, you know what? I want to show people from my neighborhood and who's like me, like we could get these jobs and we could do what we got to do. And I also want to show the people who don't want us here, like, no, we belong here.
How old are you at this time?
So when I actually go inside the NYPD, I was 24. I turned 25 in the academy because we went in July and my birthday is July as well. So I took the oath, signed in and all of that July 3rd.
What were some of the lessons you learned in the academy? Was there any messages that were given to the new recruits that you saw play out in the community once you got out there, particularly about us in the community?
All right, so I'm gonna give you, so now we in the academy, right? And you know, they teaching us the law. So it's funny because now when we first get sworn in, we get sworn in at the college down in Brooklyn College, down in Flatbush, Brooklyn, right? So they give us a break and everybody just going to the stores and stuff. So when we come back in, they going off. All of y'all broke the rule. So remind you, we looking like, what? Y'all all breaking the laws. Y'all jaywalking. So now you got to get into perspective. Like you said, the broken window rules, that really wasn't really in effect like that. Now I'm an officer, I gotta do that. So I gotta remember, I can't jaywalk, I can't do this. So it was a lot of correcting to little things that's not, how can I put it? Little things that's not really that big, but you have to be aware of. So they made sure we correct that. They teaching us stuff, you know, making sure we squared away, because now they gotta turn us into officers and 100% law-abiding citizens within 6 months, because that's how long the academy is. So ain't no jaywalking, ain't no double parking. You're supposed to be doing the right thing. So we got to get your mind programmed to keep doing the right thing. So now we're in the academy and we talking about different neighborhoods. This is towards the end when everybody about to get we're about to graduate and get our guns and shields and stuff like that. And they happen to be talking about my neighborhood. So we sitting there, they talking about, oh, Brownsville, because now we got to pick our precincts. So a lot of people were scared to go to Brooklyn.
So you could pick your precinct?
Well, you get they give you like a wish list, and you could pick what borough and what precincts you want to go to. Doesn't mean you're gonna get it, but you get to get a pick. So, you know, a lot of people scared to come to Brooklyn, the 7-5, which is East New York, the 7-3, the 7-7, which is Crown Heights. So they talk about certain neighborhoods, certain precincts in certain neighborhoods like they're rough. So usually people try to get to Manhattan, like 42nd Street, Manhattan South, Midtown South, things like that, Staten Island, certain neighborhoods where, you know, I'm just going to have an easy time, opposed to I'm coming out, today's my first day, and me on that beat, something could go crazy. So they start talking about the plaza. So where I'm from, it was called Noble Drew Ali Plaza. So the sergeant up there, he said, back in the days, I used to work in the 7-3. I was a new sergeant there. He was like, oh, them buildings. He said, because they're really not projects. They call they call the plaza projects, but they're private buildings.
Correct.
But they're so bad, they just say the PJs. But
because it's a building.
Yeah,
people see any bricks, they be like
project. So yes, it's privately owned, but they known as a project. So we call them the plaza. So he's like, it's rough in there. They do this, they do that. So they explain the stuff. So all the new recruits that's from Long Island and everywhere else that's not from the inner city or even not even from Brooklyn, you got to see the looks on their face. They looking scared. So I'm sitting there and I got a little smirk. So he like, why are you smirking, Stroud? Because, you know, we go by last name basis. I said, oh, because I'm actually from that neighborhood. I grew up in Noble Drew Ali Plaza. And the way you describe it, it's not that way to me. So remember, he's an outsider looking in. So he's explaining it as an outsider. I grew up there. Yes, was it violence? Yes, was it drugs and things like that? It was. But the way he's scaring these people, it wasn't scary to me because that's where I grew up.
It's home.
So a lot of times, like being in academy, when they explain in certain places, when they're not from them places, they're already putting fear into the recruits. So now, if I'm not from this place and I get to 7-3, I'm scared to death. So I'm already coming. I don't really got to walk. I really don't got to talk. I don't even have the knowledge of here. And now I'm already coming out the academy scared. And then they put me in this neighborhood. That's why we have the incidents where you see they shot the kid in East New York in the steps and stuff like that. Because certain people from different demographics, they putting fear in them. So now I got this job. A lot of inner city people don't like police because the relationship the police have with the city people. So it's a little hostile. So I'm already coming to a hostile situation and now I'm scared. And then you just planted this seed on top of that. And so it's a lot of that.